All right, guys. So welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, AD4. So today, guys, I'm going to go ahead and discuss about the Saudi Arabian national team, and today we'll be discussing about what should we expect from Saudi Arabia and the national team. Of course, we have a special guest here. The name is I Am Okay, and he will help me discuss about the Saudi Arabian national team and what we can expect from them. So, what's your expectations, man?
To be honest with you, I think we're gonna get group because we have got a tough group.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough. And the truth of the matter is that it doesn't really matter which group you're going to be. It's gonna be tough for Saudi Arabia because you look at the players you guys have. I believe you're in pot four coming into the draw, so it was always likely you're going to get a tough group.
Yeah,
And
we
and
will be first in the qualifiers.
yeah, and so, but people don't realize this. I think many people that don't realize this because most of the people that are watching the World Cup don't really watch the qualifiers. Most of them don't even care, and most of them don't even know what's happened in the qualifiers. I can guarantee you, like some people going to the World Cup probably think, "Oh, Italy's there," and the whole like, "Wait, Italy's not there." They'll be probably surprised. That's just how it is. Most people just don't pay attention to qualifiers, and people don't realize that Saudi Arabia has actually been one of the best national teams in the qualifiers. In fact, they actually finished the group above Japan, which is very impressive because generally Japan is amongst considered to be the best in Asia, right?
Yeah,
So
I was shocked myself that we came above Japan and Australia as well.
yeah, and obviously later today, guys, we're gonna have the Interconfederation playoffs. Obviously, by the time this is probably out, you guys will probably know what happens in that. But it's gonna be interesting because, like I said, I think Saudi Arabia is a national team that people don't really have their expectations, but I think they could surprise people because I'm looking at the group, man, and you got Argentina, Poland, and Mexico. And you guys know I follow the Mexico. You guys know I know about the Mexican national team, and they have been very very underwhelming in the qualifiers. Like they didn't beat either Mexico, or they didn't beat either the USA or Canada. They lost both games, and got a draw. So they didn't look good against those two teams. And even though they did finish second, which is good, they largely finished second thanks to the fact that they had an easier schedule, and obviously the USA kind of screwed up with the whole uh, Panama game and that kind of thing. But regardless, Mexico, I just haven't really feel like they've been impressive. As for Poland, Poland have been very underwhelming the last international tournaments. They came bottom the previous two groups, the World Cup and the Euros. So, and they got a group by Slovakia and Senegal and Japan, which is really interesting, and Colombia as well. So, I
To
don't
be
think it's a guarantee that Saudi Arabia is going to come last. You know,
to be honest, I had high hopes for Saudi Arabia, but after the 2018 World Cup and the hammering we got by Russia, all all my expectations they just got lowered. For some reason, I start believing in them. I stopped believing in them.
yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair though, besides that Russia game, you guys were decent. You only lost 1-0 to Uruguay, and you did beat Egypt. So, I mean, I think that obviously the 5-0 Russia demolition was really bad because that pretty much screwed up your goal difference.
Yeah,
You know, but I think you guys have improved since then, right?
yeah, we have improved. And our
So
manager, he's French, so we have French manager, and he's pretty good. I've seen some games, and the way we play, I was shocked to be honest, really. But I don't
yeah,
know if he'll change his tactics during the World Cup because we have tough teams like Argentina. We usually play possession-based game and attacking, but against teams like Argentina, I think we might go a bit defensive. But I don't know.
yeah, that's true. Like I said, um, yeah, and like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see how Saudi Arabia do because likely what's gonna happen is Argentina is gonna likely top this group. I think Argentina is gonna dominate this group. They're gonna top this group. I would say so. It's gonna be a battle for second place between Mexico and Poland. And likelihood is that if Saudi Arabia do want to advance, you guys will likely need to get a draw against either Mexico or Poland and try to get a win. And so 4 points could be enough. You know.
To be honest, I've seen the games we played against Colombia and Venezuela, and to be honest with you, we were really unlucky during that match.
I see.
We consider early goal like maybe early goal in 36th minute, and then against Venezuela, and against Colombia, we conceded in the ninth minute. So we conceded really early goals against them. After that, they started to drop back, and we couldn't score against them. We don't have that type of quality that we can defeat Colombia. But once the Colombia scored in the ninth minute, they just sat back and we attacked, but we couldn't do nothing. We couldn't do anything against them. They played such a great low back, anti-football type of stuff, Mourinho stuff, that we couldn't break them apart. And that's why we lost 1-0.
That's very disappointing. So, like I said, for Saudi Arabia, it's going to be very difficult for this group. Like I do agree with you in the sense that I don't really believe you guys are going to progress to the group knockout stage. However, I do think you guys could like be what's the thing called again? Like you could spoil someone's party. Like you know how
Yeah.
remember a few seasons ago, this is kind of a little off topic. Remember the Champions League, Istanbul got a victory over Manchester United. And that
Yeah,
pretty much even though they finished ball in the group, that actually costed United because
yeah.
United didn't get
United
second.
went into Europa League.
Yeah, so you guys could do something here where you guys could like be like the reason why Mexico or Poland don't advance. You guys can play that spoiler role.
That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. People
Yeah,
would hate it, but that'd be real fun.
and South Korea did the same thing too. Even though they didn't progress, they prevented Germany from
Germany
advancing.
from qualifying. Yeah.
So you got. I think you guys could play that role. Do you agree with that?
I would agree with that. We can play that role. Like potentially Mexico, because I think Mexico will come second. So if we can spoil their party, it'd be fun. It'd be really fun for me.
Yeah, that'd be crazy indeed. So yeah, let's go ahead and now that we have talked about expectations, let's talk about the squad as a whole. So, who do you think are the three goalkeepers? And I remember, like I said, guys. Sorry, before you tell me your squad, a lot of the players over here that we probably put weren't probably not going to be. The database probably doesn't recognize a lot of these players, so rather we're probably just it's probably just better to put the names on the notepad rather than use this because they'll probably not recognize. So, anyways, tell me the three. Tell me your three goalkeepers.
My three goalkeepers, to be honest, they would be Muhammad Al Ruiz, Muhammad Al Yami, and I think the third one would be tough because we have four great goalkeepers. But if I had to go for one, he'd be Nawaf Al Aqidi.
Wait, can you spell it again?
Okay, let me spell it for you again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You could just send it me to you on the chat. That works as well. A lot easier as well.
Okay, let me do that. Can you wait a minute? Let me search up because I'm not great with all these spellings myself.
Yeah. So yeah, who's gonna be the first choice keeper?
Muhammad Al Uwais by far.
Okay. Yeah, he plays for Al Hilal. I'm looking at here. Interesting.
So we have Muhammad Al Uwais. We have Muhammad Al Yami. I'll just write his spelling.
Okay. Two Mohammeds.
Yami. And third one is Uzbek.
Okay. So you put in the private chat. Okay. So wow, a lot of Mohammeds. All right.
To be honest, it's a bit off topic, but Muhammad is a really important name. Every name must have Muhammad before him because of the religion.
I see. Yeah, that's. Thank you for letting me know that. All right. So I guess we have our three goalkeepers ready. So, um, yeah, let's move on. I guess to the next position,
The defenders.
the defenders. Yeah.
The first defender I have in my mind is Yasser Al Shahrani.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, tell me if they play as a center back or as a fullback.
Yasser Al Shahrani is a left back.
Oh, that's cool. Interesting. All right. Who's
And
gonna be the back of that back?
he is by far the best player in our defense.
Interesting.
He is one of them. The other one would be Hassan Tambakti. He's a center back.
Okay. What's the name again? Sorry.
Hassan Al Tambakti.
Okay.
Let me write it in the private chat.
Yeah. Okay. So let me see. Yeah, he's a center back. Would you say he's like the best center back as well?
Yeah, I I could say that.
All right. Let's go to right. Let's go to the other center back then.
The other center back for me would be Abdullah Madu.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I put the wrong name. Al Amri.
No,
Uh,
no,
and
it's
I think yeah,
Abdullah Madu.
I misspelled the first name.
Okay,
There we
it's Abdullah Madu. Let me write it.
go. Okay. Yeah, and also, another thing I want to discuss. Actually, we'll discuss about this at the end of the squad list. Um, okay, so Abdullah Madu. Oh, yes, I put him earlier, but I thought I made a mistake. Okay, so do you want me to take out this other guy then?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you wrote the goalkeeper. I think so.
Yeah. Okay, how about right back?
Right back would be Muhammad Al Buraik.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Al Bura.
Yeah, he is our right back. He's our best right back.
Okay.
Now for backups, or do you want me to discuss the starting 11?
Let's go like position by position. So we already did goalkeepers, backups. So let's do backups now for the defenders.
Okay, for the backup for the right back would be Saud Abdul Hamid.
Okay.
And the the backup for our center back would be, his name is, it's pretty hard to pronounce, Ahmad Shahraheli.
There you go.
He's a backup center back,
Interesting.
and we have Khalid Al Ghannan.
Wait, can you repeat that again?
Khalid.
Hmm.
Actually,
It's not
actually,
yeah, just have it in the chat. Yeah, he's not in the squad list. I'm looking at football up here, so
okay. He's. I think he might be in a, maybe on sofa score.
hmm. Okay, I'll check the score, I guess. Okay. So yeah, the defenders, man. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, so what's the name again? First name?
His name is Ahmad Shah. No, sorry, wrong player. I told you Ahmad Shareli, right?
Yeah, I think I already put him.
Yeah. His name is. Let me find it. Yeah. He's also a right back. He can play. Like, he's pretty prolific. I could say Sultan Al Ghannam. I'd keep him. I'd take him in my starting 11.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be. I guess we should move on to the midfielders now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I I had a question for you. Do midfielders like count as right mid, left mid as well, or are those attackers in your opinion?
Midfielders for me, it should be like for me, I consider midfielders center mids and CDMs and cams. Any wingers. Wingers to me are like forwards. That's how I classify. Although I don't think, I think I think for the how apps do it, they have like pretty much anyone that's a striker is pretty much offense, and anyone else is pretty much a
Yeah,
midfielder.
everybody else is midfield. That's the same in SofaScore, I think so.
Yeah, I don't really like that way personally, but I guess we should
So same for me.
let's just go with let's just go with the traditional way. I guess.
So we play in a 4-2-3-1.
Okay.
So our pivot is Sami Al Naji and Muhammad Kanu.
Yeah, which 4-2-3? I don't like this one.
The 4-2-3-1 with 4-2-3-1 wide. Yeah, this one.
Okay, okay. Yeah, wide. Okay. Let's move to the CDMs now, I guess.
Yeah. Sami Al Naji and Muhammad Kanu.
So Sami Al Nahi and Salman.
Sami Al Naji and Muhammad Kanu.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. Mohammed. Okay. Interesting. Backup players.
Backup for them, my backup would be um, yeah, Abdul Aziz Al Bishi. I really suck with pronouncing these names.
Yeah, these names are hard to pronounce, man. All right. So yeah, the midfield is going to be very important. Now, I guess we should move to the forwards.
Yeah. On the left side, because he's our best player in the whole team, Salem Al Dosari.
Alim. Okay, I'm just going to put the first name just to keep things short and sweet. Sorry, it should be left mid. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot who's going to be the cam.
And the wait, I think so. Salem Al Dosari has a card. Yeah, he had a card, a team of the season in FIFA 21.
Nice.
He
Yeah, let
was
me see
only
his stats. So he's got like 7 goals and 5 assists in 20 matches. Interesting.
that's
He's
I
very
think
versatile.
that's decent for a winger in my opinion.
Yeah. Al Hilal's like isn't that, I think it's like one of the best nations and teams in Asia in the Champions League, right?
They're the best team in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. Anyways, who's gonna be the cam?
The cam is Salman Al Faraj, and he's also our captain.
Okay. Wait, where is he on this list? Wait, can you repeat that again? Sorry.
Salman Al Faraj.
Is he? Wait, hold up. Is he? I thought he's not on here. What the heck?
Really? Wait, let me check.
This is so weird. How is he not on here?
He's supposed to be our captain. Let me check.
Is he injured? Maybe he's injured. Okay.
Let me check.
Okay, I just put him anyway. Saman Al
Yeah,
Farad.
here. I found him on Fortmo.
No, I mean like he's on the squad list. That's what I meant for the international friendlies.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I thought it was really weird. Okay. Anyways,
This
I put him in here.
this season, in 20 matches, he only got one assist. But
That's very unfortunate.
yeah, but yeah, his performances they have been very decent. Like
Yeah.
I see some 8.4s, 8.8s in all competition.
Yeah. Let's move to the right mid.
And our right mid, he is Hatem Bahbiri.
All right. Now
And
for the striker.
our best striker right now, he's injured.
Oh. Do you think he's gonna make the World Cup?
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
It
let's
might be.
pretend. By the way, let's pretend everyone's fully fit. Okay, so and this is like the strongest Saudi Arabia team they could possibly field up.
Yeah, and they're all they are best 11, and they
Yeah,
usually play. I think. Yeah.
yeah. So who's the best striker?
The best striker right now for me it would be Saleh Al Shahri.
Okay. So can you put that in the chat? It'll be a lot easier.
Let me Saleh.
Okay. So it'll just be a lot easier. Okay. But yeah, these are the players, man. So let's have a backups role briefly, I suppose. Let's see.
The backups are backup right mid. His name is Saleh Al Shahri. He can play. He's the striker as well as a right mid because he doesn't play much though.
Okay.
He also is. He's like kind of our emergency player. He can play striker, but if needed, he can also play as a right mid. Like for example, in the game against Australia, I think it was when we won 1-0 against them. He came on as a right mid, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Anyone else?
Backup striker, somebody else. He would probably be. If I had to choose one by myself, it would be Abdullah Al Hamdan.
All right.
He's been really good. I don't, to be honest with you, I haven't watched the Saudi League in a long time since supporting Barcelona.
Yeah.
But he's young. He's 22, and he has put some decent performances from what I see.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. So do you have any other players to mention before we I guess move on and talk about like last final thoughts?
Any other, to be honest, no.
All right. Yeah, it's really interesting with Saudi Arabia. I think you guys are one of the few national teams in the World Cup. They're going to use all local based players because I don't think there's probably very few players that are foreign based, which could be both good and bad. Obviously, it's kind of good in the sense that you can climatize, you don't have to worry about like adapting,
And
that kind of thing.
bonding chemistry would be good.
Chemistry,
We've
that's
seen what
also very important. You know,
we can see what chemistry can do. For example, you can see the Argentinian national team.
yeah.
They're so
Obviously,
good.
yeah. Obviously, the quality may not be as good because obviously, all of them play in Saudi Arabia League, which is obviously not as good as compared to Europe or like South America, for instance. But as you said, man, chemistry can be very important because there's a lot of there's a lot of national teams that have so many players abroad that when it comes to the national team, it's hard to acclimatize. It's hard to like get everyone to work together. I mean, you look at England, for instance, right? They have
Yeah,
so
yeah.
many good players in the Premier League, but when it comes to the national team, they're just not as good because we keep hearing the Premier League is like the best league in the world, but when it comes to national team, England national team is not the best in the world.
That's facts. That's complete facts.
So, and like I said, it works two ways, man. So, as I said, man, for Saudi Arabia, man, you guys have a lot of players that a lot of people probably don't really know. There's not many big stars on the team. You look at other Asian nations, like you got Son for South Korea, and then you Japan for Minamino, these kind of things. And then obviously Iran, you got Taremi. But you guys have a very much balanced team, and you guys did very well in the qualifiers,
And to be
qualifying with
honest,
ease, you know,
in
top the group as well.
the best players in the Saudi league, they are all from foreign clubs. And they're foreign. They're all foreigners in our league.
Yeah.
For example, if I could remember his name, the West Brom. He was a left mid, I think so. Cam left mid, Brazilian. I can't
Oh,
remember.
yes, I remember. I think I remember. Yeah, I think I've heard his name before.
I can't remember his name, but he moved to the Saudi Arabian league.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking at the qualifiers. You guys topped the group with 23 points. And then Japan came second with 22. And as I said, I think you guys did you guys go unbeaten? Let me check. Oh no, you guys didn't go unbeaten. You guys only lost one game,
We lost
which
to
is pretty
Japan.
good. Yeah, you guys only lost to Japan, which is respectable. Japan's a good nation,
Yeah,
so
Japan's a good team.
yeah. And as I said, man, it'll be interesting to see what you guys do because coming into the draw, wow, you guys were pot three in for the draw thing, and you guys still qualified top place ahead of Japan, Iran, which is really impressive. So
To be honest with you, us and Japan, we were really close. You can see we had a worse goal difference than them, but the only difference was we had one more draw than them and one less loss.
yeah,
So which resulted in us just getting first by 1 point.
yeah. So what's your thoughts on Harvey Rened? Because I remember he did a really good job in Morocco in the last World Cup.
My thoughts on him, I've seen few days ago. I was seeing his career, and he has a pretty good points per match ratio. Like
Yeah,
not good, but it's okay. It's like 1.5 points per match.
yeah. So do you think he's a good are you satisfied with him as your coach?
I'm pretty satisfied with him because,
Yeah,
uh, to be honest, most people who haven't watched Saudi Arabia, they would expect Saudi Arabia to be a team that plays a low block and
yeah,
they're completely defensive. But it's not true. We play very offensively. We like to have the ball, and we like to attack a lot.
yeah. What's interesting? You look in this group, right? Argentina, they're gonna try to hold Argentina is not really a possession based team. In fact, in my opinion, they're actually more of a counter attacking team.
Counter attack, yeah.
Yeah, so possession that's gonna be very key because you guys love to play possession, and obviously Poland, I also feel are kind of counter attacking as well. You know,
Poland are like a low block team, and they
yeah,
rely on Lewandowski, in my opinion.
and then Mexico. I think Mexico might be the game in which they'll probably play the most open, you guys, because generally they don't really play counter attacking. Well, I feel like against you guys they wouldn't play counter attacking because they think that they have a
To
better
be,
team.
to be honest with you, AD, I haven't watched Mexico. Can you give me a bit of information on them?
Yeah, that's okay. I'm providing you here. So because I've seen Mexico. Obviously I watched the USA and I've seen the USA Mexico games. Even see the highlights of the other games Mexico, and it generally seems like Mexico whenever they play against like a team they should beat, they always play like a high possession base. But I think when it comes to teams that they are not fancy to beat, like look at the game like for example the last World Cup, against Germany for instance, right? They play like a counter attacking way. So I think against you guys they'll probably play a possession base because they would expect you guys to be the easiest of the three. So it'll be interesting to see how that all that pans out because tactics wise, you guys are going to be going to play a possession based football, and you guys can
I
be
think
very frustrating to deal with defensively.
I'm seeing a game. I'm seeing some of the statistics of them, and against Uruguay, it looks like they played a low block kind of. Uruguay had more possession.
Yeah. So yeah, I remember against the USA. I remember in the big games, right? I think in the two finals that they lost, they had more possession than the USA. And then I think in the World Cup qualifier game, the one that just happened in November, I believe.
Let's use
Uh,
you.
yeah, I think USA actually had more possession, and we actually dominated them in the second half. And then the game that happened earlier this year in Azteca, I believe it was a pretty much. I think both teams had pretty much the same possession.
I'm checking a match. I know this is the 25th of March, I think so, and it's a game against Mexico and USA. And from what I see, the statistics from SuperScore, Mexico has more possession than USA, more shots, but less shots on target. They have two shots on target and seven off target, and two of them were blocked. So
Yeah, like I said, Mexico is definitely more of a possession-based team.
yeah,
That's for sure. So, like I said, that's gonna be very interesting. And obviously, the tactical manager battle will be very key, and defensively that's gonna be very important. So, I think for Saudi Arabia, what do you think is like the strongest part and the weakest part of this team?
the strongest part of our team would be the midfield for me, all the wingers.
Okay. What about the weakest part?
The weakest part for me, it would be our striker.
Okay. That's interesting to say. So as I said, man, Saudi Arabia, man, like I said, you guys I want it'll be interesting because remember, guys, there'll be 5 Asian nations in this World Cup, and potentially even 6. Although I don't think
I
6 is
think,
going to happen. So it could happen though, technically speaking.
yeah.
So I do feel the fact that this is going to take place in Qatar. Oh yeah, one last thing before we head off. Do you think the World Cup taking place in Qatar gives like the Asian nations a bigger advantage than the European nations because they know this climate better than the European nations and South American nations?
Yeah, that's a great question. In my opinion, yeah, because Qatar and Saudi Arabia, they're on boundaries. They're boundaries. They have the same boundaries. So, in my opinion, it will be favorable for like the Middle Eastern teams, like Saudi Arabia and Qatar themselves. It'd be
Yeah,
very favorable for them that the World Cup is taking place in Qatar, and like the atmosphere in the European games. Europe, the atmosphere, the climate, it's like cold. It's pretty cold. But in Qatar, in Middle East, because we're near to the equator, it's pretty hot. So I maybe there's an outside chance that the players won't be able to resist this heat, in my opinion. Even though it's
yeah,
taking place in winter.
yeah. And I believe the games are going to be air conditioned as well. The stadium's going to be air conditioned, so that will be interesting. Um,
Wait, 2 minutes.
Yeah. So, as I said, it's gonna be interesting to see what they can do because, like I said, guys, I still believe that one Asian nation is gonna surprise. I think one Asian nation is gonna advance to round of 16, at least one, because this is taking place in Qatar. So, but this is gonna be very interesting because, like I said, man, Saudi Arabia, you guys might have got the toughest group for all the Asian nations. Uh, of all the Asian nations, so. It's gonna be very difficult. So, yeah, man. As I said, I guess there's that. So, do you have any final remarks before we head off for today?
Yeah, sorry, I was gone for a few minutes.
All right, it's okay. So yeah, I was just saying is that you know how like I feel like Saudi Arabia might have got the toughest draw for all the Asian nations for this group World
Yeah.
Cup. You know.
I think our group is a very well balanced group. It's going to be great for Argentina, but there could be a bit of competition, like you said, for the second place position. There will
Yeah.
be competition between us, Mexico,
Poland.
and Poland. But I've seen a lot of YouTubers like making their guesses on the World Cup, and most of them have Saudi Arabia on bottom. They're like they either have Poland or Mexico on second and Saudi Arabia on bottom. So many people are not believing in us, but in my opinion, we can be a great underdog in this World Cup.
Yeah, that's a good thing is that perhaps being an underdog can actually give you an advantage because nobody really knows what to expect from Saudi Arabia and everyone thinks Saudi Arabia is a punching bag in this group, which
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be a punching bag. Like you guys could still finish bottom, but I think you guys will definitely get some points. Like I don't think you guys are gonna get 0 points in this group.
Yeah, we can get a point. Like, I think we can get most we can get is 4 points. I think we can defeat one of those teams and get a draw, which would be great for us.
Yeah.
But there is a possibility that we might end this World Cup with 0 points.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not impossible, but I feel like if you guys are gonna get 0 points, the games will be tough. Like you guys won't like get destroyed. Like maybe Argentina might destroy you,
Yeah,
but I don't think Poland or Mexico will destroy
Poland
personally.
will play a low block, in my opinion, against us because we like to play with possession. So Poland might play a low block, which might not be great for us because considering our attack, it isn't pretty good. We have very slim wins. You can check our past games. A 1-0 win against Australia, a 1-0 win against Oman, a 1-1 draw against China. So we haven't scored much in these games.
Oh yeah, that's another good point. Yeah, scoring might be very key. Is that that's gonna be very interesting because you guys, yeah, it seems like one goal is kind of like the max you guys can score
Yeah.
recently. It seems so. Yeah, I'm just looking at this. So let's look at the schedule real quick for the World Cup. So you guys are gonna play Argentina first, and then Poland second, and then Mexico third. So are you happy with that schedule?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy because we got to beat him first. We'll get destroyed first, then we have a chance of redemption against Poland and Saudi Arabia. When
Yeah. And it's kind of interesting because you guys got the toughest game out of the way, because that Argentina game is like pretty very tough, and obviously, it's very unlikely you're going to get anything in that game, you know. And so, you guys definitely have a chance of redemption against like Poland and Mexico, obviously. So, That's gonna be very key. So, as I said, one goal, man, Saudi Arabia, man, you guys, but it seems like defensively, you guys have been very solid. I think defense has been very solid. So, if you guys can score one goal and defend very well, you can just keep those 1-0 wins. What do you think about the Saudi Arabia's defense?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you repeat?
Yeah, I've seen the defense has been really solid. You guys don't concede a lot of goals.
Yeah, our defense by far our best position would be the left back. Our left back is very good. He might
Yeah,
be a bit old, but he's pretty good. He's 30,
dang, you guys only conceded 6 goals in the qualifiers in 10 games. That's pretty impressive.
and we scored I think so 12 goals if I'm
Yeah,
not
12
mistaken.
goals. So
Yeah,
that's really good to have a good defense and a good attack. Maybe the attack's not that good, but the defense
yeah.
is solid. And these kind of tournaments, if you know this, I feel like international tournaments, the defense is more important than attack.
To be honest, yeah, like Sir Alex Ferguson said, attack can win you games, but defense will win you championships.
Yeah, and and also remember the World Cup is like one game only. In Champions
Yeah,
League and league stuff, you have like multiple games.
multiple games.
Here in World Cup, you have one game. Like, well, 3 games every team country has. But when it comes to knockouts, it's only one game, and you're do or die. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. So as I said,
Let me
it's been
let
a
me
good
tell you a thing
discussion.
about our attack.
Yeah.
We have our fifth top goal scorer is a defender,
Wow, that's really impressive. Didn't even
and
know. Thanks for
he's
letting
the
me know.
left back I've been talking about. Yasser Al Shahrani.
Yeah, he's been pretty good, man. So, do
Yes,
you have any final thoughts before you head out? Because I think it's a good way to. I think this is a good place to end.
I would just like to say that do not underestimate Saudi Arabia. We can be a great team because most people have been underestimating us. We can be a great team. We can spoil somebody's party, like you said, but we can also qualify ourselves. So we are definitely the underdogs, and I'll put everything on God and pray that we qualify.
Yeah, it'd be nice indeed. And obviously, I'm Asian myself, so it'd be nice for Asian nations to progress. I'm kind of I would like to see. Obviously, it's good to see some underdogs rise. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. So I hope you guys did enjoy this preview. Remember, guys, comment down below your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Is there any Saudi Arabia players if we're gonna mention? Please let me know. Please let us know in the comment section below. And once again, I'd like to thank I am okay for coming on here, giving his thoughts on the national team.
I'd
And
like I'd like to thank you for taking me on this chat.
yeah, it was a great honor. So thank you for coming on and yeah, everything. So make sure you guys like this video if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new, comment down below your thoughts, comment below, and also comment down below your expectations for Saudi Arabia. But like I said, I think we both can agree that a group stage exit is almost very likely to happen. Realistically speaking, optimistically, obviously, we'd hope that obviously we both hope that um, Saudi Arabia progress, but it's gonna be very difficult. Let's just put it this way. But yeah, who knows, man? There's always surprise in the World Cup, man. I mean, the World Cup, man. There's always a surprise. It never
Like
goes as
Croatia.
straightforward. Yeah, Croatia is a good example. And you look at the remember last 2018 World Cup. You had what is it? Germany go out in the group stage.
Yeah.
That was a pretty big surprise. So
And Croatia making it to the finals. Nobody expected that.
yeah, like I said, man, there's always surprises in these World Cups. So don't count anything else out of it. So that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.